everybody, Jam Creates here. Doing another video here. This time we're doing a review of a crowd-funded book. Some of you probably have heard of this book. It's done a couple of rounds of crowdfunding. Before I get started, I just want to say, hope everybody's doing okay out there. Thank you guys all for subscribing. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. It would be the cool thing to do. Anyway, let's get into it. This is Earthbound, Between Two Breaths on Earth, by Narwhal. If you are someone who has subscribed to my zine, Indie Comics Underground, it has been on a little bit of a break since the whole beer bug started, just because of other things going on. I am working on the next issue. It will be out eventually, so if you want to sign up, I'll put the link down below. You can sign up to subscribe, or you can go to indiecomicsunderground.com and you can check out all the previous issues, and you can sign up there. So anyway, Narwhal was one of my artist spotlights in Indie Comics Underground. I believe that was in issue 4, I think. I think it was issue 4 or 5. I don't remember which now. You'd have to check it out yourself. Because I don't do any research before I do these videos. That's just a trademark of the channel at this point. So anyway, if you're wondering, this little guy here, that's Smiley Bones. He is the channel mascot. That's his name, Smiley Bones. And if you want to get a cool sticker of Smiley Bones, you can go to my website. I will put the link down below, and you can buy it. You can buy a sticker, you can buy a shirt. If you want to support the channel, it'd be cool, because I could use a little help right now in terms of financials. I think everybody in the world probably could. So if you're so inclined, it would be awesome. A couple of bucks for a sticker would be super cool. And it would be amazing the first time I ever see somebody out and about with the shirt or a sticker on something. Like, that would be freaking amazing. So anyway, let's get into Earthbound. Okay. First thing I want to do is just preface Earthbound. The art style, Narwhal's art style, is like nothing that you've probably ever seen before. It looks like, well, first and foremost, let me just tell you, he did everything. You know, he drew it, he colored it, he lettered it, everything. His art style looks like a crazy anime come to life. There's so much energy in what he draws. It's almost hard to describe. So I just need to kind of just let the images do the talking for me in that regard. There is no doubt that you are going to see things when you read a book, a Narwhal book. You're going to see certain things, and you're going to say, like, well, that doesn't look like, I mean, let's take, for example, take this hallway, for example, okay? The lockers, you know that they're lockers. You know what this stuff is. You know that's a door. You know this is a hallway. You know that's a lockers. Are these the most detailed lockers that you've ever seen drawn in a comic book? Of course not. Of course not. But this is the style. It's this crazy, almost minimalist style that has this insane energy and life to it, which is what makes it special. Now, yes, 100%, some people are probably going to look at the art and hate it because it is so different. This is not a draftsman who does every little detail of a building to where it's like perfectly accurate and every marble is... That's not what he's doing. He's more of a big picture... it's just a unique style, and I swear once you get into it, it's just, it takes you away. I know the first time I saw his art, I was instantly just like amazed by what I was seeing. And I know it just sounds weird, because it, like, you look at certain things, and if you try to nitpick it, you can find all sorts of flaws in anatomy and things like that. But it's one of those things that goes beyond technical merit. there are some fantastic technical artists out there who can draw every part of anatomy perfectly, but their work has no soul to it. It has no energy to it. It looks like it's like something out of a medical handbook where it's not supposed to have personality. Everything that Narwhal draws is oozing with personality. That's the key. And the big key, I think, really is the colors more than even the art itself, than the line work. The colors just make it's the colors that make it. I think it's just this crazy, like, his art style, which is odd because I know he's working on a black and white book, and that looks amazing too. So I don't. It's really hard to explain, and when you look at it though, you just feel these colors are insane. Like, and there's just so much, like, it's just so different, and that's the beauty of it. So as far as story goes, there are these two characters who are being sent to Earth. I'm going to skip a few pages. They're being sent to Earth, and they're given these guns that allow them to... Anyone they shoot with their gun will join their team. They're being sent because there's this foursome who's on Earth, and they're being sent there to catch them. And it doesn't matter how they do it. They just have to do it. And there's a competition between the two, and the winner will get their freedom. It's this whole crazy alien angle where they're sent to Earth and they come down, and the craziest thing is they have such personalities. His name is the guy's name is Spaceman, which is like, okay. And Julia is the girl's name, and they're competing, and they have different approaches 100%. Spaceman is much more like, I'm gonna take everybody and just shoot them with the gun and make them do what I want them to do, and I'm gonna have this army of people basically. And she is much more tactical. So they meet this guy, Blogart, who ends up trying to help, and you know, there's all this, like, it's just absolute, like, craziness. Like, she decides to, like, to actually convince him to do it instead of just to help, instead of she tries to convince him to help, this other kid to help, instead of just shooting him and making him. And so it's this whole thing, this buildup of figuring out how to take over people and what to do. And here, I'll show you the this was, where is it? Here it is. This panel right here, let me get the glare off. This panel right here is probably the panel that sold 100 copies of this book at least. Because just when you saw that, it was like, what is this? It looks amazing. There's energy, there's tension, there's just so much to it. And it's this crazy, like, there's high school involved, and there's just so much. It's so different from anything out there. So he did a campaign for, I know I'm probably not doing the best job of explaining the story. It's basically, they're trying to recruit people to get these bad guys, to get this quartet of women. They have guns that let them shoot people and take them over, basically, to make them do whatever they want them to do. And then at the end of the book, there is a preview, and you can see, like, right here, next time on Earthbound. Look at this look at this picture. It's all building to this big dance that's happening at the school. Like, he's got this crazy, like, high school but aliens. Then he's got a preview of The Naked Samurai. And then you've got just an ad for Foreign Agent, which is the book he's crowdfunding right now, which is a black and white book. So you just listen. Narwhal is unlike anybody else out there. The dude is fun. He's got a YouTube channel. He's funny. Um, he's a little crazy, I think, but in a good way. My wife and I always say there's good crazy and bad crazy. I think Narwhal is definitely good crazy. Um, he's a cool guy, and his story and his art will get you. Like, I literally, this is 100 something pages, and I read through this whole thing in one sitting because it was just so good. Like, once you get going, you just go and go, and you just want to keep reading, and you don't want to stop. You just want to keep going. I got the soft cover version. He did a hardcover version as well. I'm not really that big on hardcover comics, to be honest. Um, it just seems like extra money for really no benefit. But anyway, 100% recommend this book. I don't know. He's right now he is crowdfunding Foreign Agent, which is his new book. Um, I again, the level of research I do on this channel is astounding. I didn't look to see if he's got a perk on the Foreign Agent crowdfunder on Indiegogo where you can also get Earthbound. And then he's going to do Earthbound 2 after Foreign Agent. And I can't wait for Earthbound 2 because it's all building to this scene at the dance, and I can't wait to see it. And I know he's working on it because he tweets about it and he tells you what he's doing and what he's up to and how it's going and everything else. So I certainly can't wait for that. 100% recommend this book. Totally recommend it. If you looked at the art and you said, that looks freaking awesome, you owe it to yourself to track this down and get a copy of it. Whether it means buying it on secondhand on eBay, or if it means going to his Foreign Agent campaign, if you can get it there, or when he launches the Earthbound 2 campaign, I'm sure he'll do a tier where you can get the first one as well. His books, his book it's hundreds of pages and it's all worth it. It's all fantastic. I really could not say enough good things about it, honestly. Like, it's this, to me, it's like this groundbreaking work from a new creator who, if this had come out, if this was 20 years ago, this would have come out from one of the big publishers and it would have been celebrated everywhere as this groundbreaking achievement in comic book storytelling and in comics in general. It would be one of those things that people are talking about. I really truly believe that. So 100% recommend it. If you can track it down or if you can get it on a future campaign, I absolutely would recommend it. And like I said, check out Indie Comics Underground. I forget what issue it was, but I did an artist profile on Narwhal. You could see more of his art there, and you could read an interview with him. And like I said, I'll be working on the new issues. We'll try to get that going again, get that back on track. I believe what I'm going to start doing for Indie Comics Underground for the future, for anyone who's interested, is doing every 2 months, because putting one together every month while I was working full-time, while I was working full-time, taking care of my family, and doing a YouTube channel and trying to work on some other stuff on the side, like it's a lot. So I feel like if I do one every 2 months or something like that, it'll be a little bit better. So that's the update on that. Anyway, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Please click the like button and share the channel with your friends. Let other people know that there's this cool guy out there who just wants to hang out and talk comics with people and keeps it conversational, doesn't do anything too crazy, and we just have a good time. That's what we do here. We have fun. All right, so I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe. Peace out.